So you have a new business idea and you want to open a company and you want to crush this idea. Well, today I have a really important video for you because I want to tell you what stops 95% of non-resident LLCs from growing. And these are my clients from all over the world. I open companies for people all the time. I advise people on taxes, and I see people opening companies and failing. And it's tragic. And I'm making this video that doesn't talk about the same things you see in all the other videos about opening companies and doing businesses. I'm a CPA, I'm an accountant, I'm a tax advisor, and I'm working with these clients. I'm under the hood. I'm seeing their books. I'm seeing what they're doing. I'm asking questions. When I talk to clients, I say, hey, what's your marketing strategy? What's your plan here? Like, what are you trying to do? And I can see the gaps, and I can see what clients who are successful are doing, and I can see what clients who are unsuccessful are doing. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. So in this video, I really want to go into like different things that aren't just like, oh, taxes, LLCs. Like, sure, having an LLC is amazing, gives you legal protection. It's a great way to have a bank account, great way to have some privacy, great way to be a formal and official. And I have another video right here, how you can use an LLC to grow your business faster. They're amazing. They're amazing tools. And if you're a non-resident, it's great because you probably don't have to pay taxes. However, there's a lot that comes into it. The LLC is just the first step, and great, I got that for you, but the rest of it's on you. And I'm going to talk about the mistakes that I'm seeing, okay? And again, these are like things that you probably won't see in another spot. Maybe you will, but all put together like this. This is based on my experience. So number one, the first one is you need to find a way to let others do stuff for you. And I guess part two of that is focus on what is making money. You're finding me on YouTube right now. Right now, you're researching, you're doing this. This is great. This is really useful for you to grow. However, you can't do this all day. You know, you shouldn't be watching videos opening your own LLCs. I have attorneys on my team. I'm not the one opening the LLCs. I have attorneys that I work with that do it. I do tax work. Yeah, of course, I do the tax advice, I do the strategies, I read the law. But when I have to do a legal document that impacts my business, I'm hiring an attorney. When I had to open a trust, I'm working with an attorney. Let me think. When I had to install some turf in the backyard, I didn't watch 10 hours of YouTube videos. I hired someone to do it. I understand you might not have the resources. Obviously, there's the time versus money argument there. Like, if you have a little bit of money, you need to use it wisely and value your time and focus on what's making you money and let others do the work. Build a team of people that can help you. Virtual assistants, you can get people for really reasonable rates that can help you do the administrative tasks. Every business owner I know has a whole team of accountants, bookkeepers, virtual assistants, support staff. They have software that they utilize that can pick up the burden for you. Different CRMs, different marketing tools. And I love software. I'm not gonna say that's the answer, but you can't do it all yourself. You have to have a team. You have to have others to help you get there, and you have to focus on your unique skill. What's really adding value in the market? What are you really doing that's making the money? And focus on making the money, and then everything else outsource and create systems around and all that stuff. So that's like number one. That's huge. And I see a lot of people just DIYing and never getting anything done. Focus on what makes you money and do that. Number two is right from that. You need a business plan. You need not a formal business plan, but we need to know who are your clients, where are your clients, what do your clients need, and then how to make them clients. Like that's the base thing. I know my clients are people who are on YouTube trying to figure out answers to questions. So what am I doing? I'm on here answering questions on YouTube, and I'm making I have a great business, and I meet great clients and meet great people off YouTube. You're a great person. You can do it. But after this video, you need to focus on, and hopefully this video helps you get there, but to focus on who's your client, where's your client, what do they need, and how do you talk to your client, the messaging, the planning. So you don't need a formal go to read a business book and look at the business plan, but that's not a bad idea. The SWOT analysis, all that stuff, you need to have some kind of plan about what you're going to be doing, and then you need to execute on it, right? So how much do you need to make? How much are clients going to pay you? How much are other clients doing? You need a market analysis. Like, whatever the problem is, you need to know what these guys are doing to solve this problem, how much it's costing them, and that's how you determine your pricing. And then you need to figure out how to get to them, sell them your solution, and make their lives better. Whether it's orthopedic insoles for shoes to old people, or whether you're selling software development companies in the US that need apps or whatever, it doesn't matter. You need to find who your client is, what you're doing for them, and just how to help them. I'm beating that down. And then there's also like definitely the financial stuff, like how you're getting paid, how you're charging, how you're paying your people. There's a lot of stuff that you can go back to number one and outsource, and I can help you through a lot of that stuff. The specifics of the movements of the money and who you're paying and how you're paying people and what you're getting out of it. But most businesses are going to start off on the ground. I didn't have 10 employees when I started. It was me grinding out there, just calling people. That's how I learned Spanish. If you haven't seen my Spanish channel, I have a whole channel in Spanish. I basically I did LinkedIn campaigns, and I was talking to Colombians for like 7 months for like 5 hours a day, just like talking in terrible Spanish. The nicest people out there, Colombians, give me a like down below, give me a comment if you're watching this. But the nicest people, they put up with my terrible Spanish, and I got really good at it. Now I have a whole Spanish YouTube channel. That's because I'm on the ground talking to clients, figuring out what to do, and putting my plan together, okay? And that leads into number 3, the marketing strategy, right? So the business plan leads into like who your clients, where they are. Then we're going to talk about what's your marketing strategy. How are you going to reach them? Is it going to be organic, which is free, and it's great for building trust? That's literally what I'm doing right now, but it's slow. I've been doing this for 5 years. I have like 700 videos on this channel. It's slow, but it's great. It's something I think you should do it no matter what. But then like, are you going to do affiliate marketing? Maybe you find someone who's already selling a similar product and you partner up with them. Maybe you're going to just go on Upwork and like find people on different platforms. You need to figure out what you're doing for marketing. LinkedIn is great. I've done a ton on LinkedIn. There's a lot of tools you can use, and if you just really need the money, you have no money, and you have a service, you have something you can do, you just got to get on the phones. You got to call people. You got to email people. You got to make some money, save some money, and then you can scale and have other people do some of the tasks you've been doing, right? The marketing strategy is fun. You can always pay people to do it, but no one's going to know your product or your service as well as you. So if you're doing something and you know it's helping people, you know it's useful, especially like we're talking about services, we're talking about coaching. You can get free clients for testimonials. There's a lot of grind you can do out there, and that's what I'm talking about. I'm a service provider, right? So there's a lot of grind, a lot of stuff you can do out there to really get started. E-commerce is definitely tougher. There's a bigger barrier to entry, but because you have to actually have some money and you have to set some stuff up and do some affiliate things. But even then, you set up the website on Shopify, you can get it to where your overhead is like, and you're doing drop shipping, your overhead's a couple $100s a month. And you're literally like messaging people, hey, I saw this was an awesome product. Tell your friends. Talking to influencers like, hey, sell this and I'll give you a percentage. You know, whatever you got to do. If you have less money, then you're not running ads, then you're not, hiring employees to reach out, then don't have a sales force, but you keep all the money that you make. You have to do more work, but that's how you scale up, right? You make, as you have more people, you kind of make less money for every product, but you can do a lot more work, depending on what you're doing. So the marketing strategy is awesome. It's where your clients and how to get them. And for any of these, for business planning and definitely for marketing strategy, if you don't know this, buy a course. There's a ton of websites that sell courses for $10. There's courses out there. There's YouTube information, tutorials. Like if you want to figure out how to open an LLC, you can watch it. I have a ton of videos. There's information. There's no shortage of information. So that's something you can learn 100% online. The next one is hesitation, not making decisions or making slow decisions. It's going to drag you down. Okay, so if I take 2 weeks to decide what domain name I'm going to use, I just lost 2 weeks of my time. If I take 2 weeks picking a logo, if I take 2 weeks, like this stuff adds up. As a business owner, you need to make so many decisions. Most of them don't matter. Literally, most of them don't matter. And you can always change it or fix it later. What address should I use? What things should I use? How should I apply? What should I do? Like, there's some that matter, but most you can switch. Most you can go back on. You just cannot hesitate. You have to make decisions. You have to go with it. Make your mistakes. Learn from them. You won't make them twice. You just have to go. You know, I've failed I've failed a number of businesses. I've done a lot of investments that made a ton of terrible choices. It took me 10 years working for other people to get to the skills that I have now, and then I've been doing it myself, and you learn even more working for myself. I have to do all the research. I can't rely on my bosses to review stuff. I'm the boss now, so you can't hesitate, and you got to make the decisions. The last one that I'm going to talk about is not taking advantage of the tools that are available for you. You want to make it as easy for your clients to get paid. You want to use all of the banking, the online banks, the payment processors, accounting tools. You want to use marketing tools, reposting tools. There's a ton of software out there. I'm not saying get obsessed with software like me, who makes I violate number 4 and 5. I hesitate to use tools too much, and but I also buy tools. I just bought a subscription to a new tool yesterday, and I think it's going to be really helpful for my business. And I just like made a decision, like to be sold to. So I'm going to summarize it right now so that you can just get back to your business, because I really want you to be successful. You have to let others do the work, whether it's software, or whether it's like VAs or professionals. You can't do everything. Focus on what you do best, how you're adding value to the market, and make your money. Number 2 is a business plan. You need to plan your finances. You need to plan how much you're going to charge, how much you're going to sell your product for, how much you are going to pay people that work for you, and put it in an Excel sheet so you know how many clients you need to make this much money. And if you need this many clients, how many people do you need? I like the numbers. I like Excel. The next one, we're talking marketing strategy. Probably the most important. If you don't know anything about this, buy some courses. You're going to have to learn it. As a business owner, you can't fully rely 100% on someone else. You are responsible for your business. You have to do it. You're the one who's responsible. You're the end of the line. If the business fails, it's your fault. You have to learn. I've taken tons of marketing courses. I've spent a lot of money on coaches. Generally, what I like to do where I'm at in my business is I will pay like a company, a marketing company, and then basically have them teach me what they're doing, why. I ask a ton of questions. It's kind of like cutting to the chase, and I try a lot of stuff. Really what I do is I work with clients all the time. People will pay me for services, for advice, compliance. I'm like, oh, you do this? Can I work with you too? And then we try them out. So marketing strategy is super important. Where are your clients? What do they want to hear? What's their problem? How do you solve their problem? And how do you put that all together in a package or in an offer that you can sell them? And how do you get that to them? That's the marketing strategy. And then, yeah, we get the hesitation. Don't hesitate, just pull the trigger. And the more work you're doing, the more money you're making, the more you can move on things. I'm not saying don't make bad decisions. You have to refer to the business plan. Don't be impulsive, but don't hesitate, right? So don't just do stuff for doing its sake. Don't wait on stupid things. Don't spend 3 weeks making a logo. You can make a logo on Canva and it's fine. No one said, Jim, I worked with you because your logo's good. Maybe it's because my logo sucks. I don't know. but it's just my name. And then the last one is not take advantage of the tools. There's a lot of tools out there, a lot of software. Be involved, get communities, talk to people. There's so much education and software out there. I really want your non-resident LLC or whatever. If you're an American, you have an LLC. I want you to be successful, guys. If I can help, if you want to schedule a free call with me for the YouTube channel, I got to get back to that, doing more free calls. You can do that. I have another video up here that you can click. This is going to be about the tax differences from companies, or maybe why you need an LLC. The title will be there. You should definitely click it. I put the best, most relevant video right here for you to click. And, if you want to talk to me or my team, or you need help with tax stuff or consulting stuff, we'd love to help. See if we can help. We do free calls. I have people on my team that help with that. That's part of my marketing strategy. So hope this was helpful. Have a great day. Like, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.